there, it's Jeff and Henry here from Volant and the Badminton Podcast. Okay, so you're here because you're an intermediate or advanced player, you're about to choose your next badminton racket, and you don't want to choose the wrong one.
If you're a beginner or a badminton newbie, don't worry, we've got you. Check out this video here.
We've also put the link in the description below.
Now, you probably already know the difference between head light, head heavy, and even balance. But if you need a refresher, make sure you watch this video first.
But just as a bit of a recap about the general differences, a head light racket is often better for speed and easier to maneuver, but it doesn't generate as much power. But a head heavy racket is better for power, but it's a little bit slower and harder to maneuver.
And an even balanced racket is somewhere in between. So there are two main questions we want to ask you that will help you in choosing your next racket. So, what type of player are you, or what's your playing style? Do you want to enhance your strengths or compensate for your weaknesses?
So question one, what type of player are you, or what style do you play? Are you more of an offensive guy like him? Well, that's the most power. Or are you more of a defensive and fast guy who likes driving and fast exchanges like him?
Or are you a bit of both? Or even this guy?
Once you've decided what type of playing style you're good at, now for the second question.
Do you want to enhance your strengths or compensate for your weaknesses? Based on what you've decided about the player you are, you can either A, choose a racket that will enhance your strengths, B, choose a racket that will compensate for your weaknesses, or C, choose a racket that's suitable for all playing styles.
So let's just say you've decided that you're an attacking player. So that's for those who have a really strong attack that wins most of the points. Is that you?
If you want to enhance your attack to make your shots even harder and more powerful, the type of racket you're probably looking for is a head-heavy racket, where the balance of the weight is heavier towards the head.
These rackets carry more momentum when swinging, hence produce more powerful shots. But the downside is that it might make you a little bit sluggish during those defensive rallies or those fast exchanges where you're not able to generate a powerful swing because it is a bit heavier.
So if you feel that your fast, driving or defensive game isn't quite up to par, you might choose an even balanced or a head light racket instead to compensate for this.
In doing that, you might not generate as much power in your smashes, but if smashing is your strength already, then it still might be okay for you.
Now for defensive or control-based players. Do you feel like the Great Wall of China on court? Do you love fast, flat exchanges or dominate in doubles? If you naturally fall into this type of player, then getting a head light racket could enhance your playing style because it will be easy and fast to maneuver.
You'll be defending like a boss and playing drives at lightning speed. But the downside is that you may turn your smash from a bazooka into a pew pew water pistol, as it can be quite hard to generate a lot of power from a head light racket.
So if you do need more power in your smash and are willing to sacrifice some speed for it, then you may actually go for a head heavy racket or an even balanced racket to compensate for this weakness.
Hopefully your defensive and fast play can still hold up with the heavier racket. That is the payoff. Lastly, for all-rounders, if you're a pretty balanced player or you have no idea of whether you're more an attacking or defensive player, the type of racket you're probably looking for is an even balanced racket.
These rackets are designed to provide the middle ground between a head heavy racket and a light frame or head light racket. So if you're unsure of your playing style or you're an all-rounder, this type of racket will allow you to easily transition between attack and defense throughout your rallies.
In terms of compensating for any weaknesses, let's just say you want to generate more power. You could trial a head heavy racket. Or let's just say you struggle with defense. You might try a head light racket too.
The downside of even balance rackets is that if you do have a strength in attacking or defending, this racket probably won't reinforce that particular style.
And all that being said, if you're going to switch up your racket type, we'd recommend baby steps. What do we mean by that? We probably wouldn't encourage you to jump from a head heavy to a head light straight away, or vice versa. Baby steps, so potentially try an even balance in between if you're switching.
So tell us in the comments, what type of racket will you be going for next time? If it's a head light racket, check out the Volant Flight S1.
If you're thinking you're more of an all-rounder, then the Volant Rogue S1 is for you.
And lastly, for those players with a big attacking game, the Volant Havoc S1 will give you the firepower you need.
We'll leave the links of these rackets in the description below.
Thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, then please like the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon too.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.